Sounded like somebody's truck. It's 7 o'clock, and I would like to call our meeting to order. We'll start with a pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to
The flag of the United States of America
and to the
to
republic
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. Larry, could I have you please call the roll?
Supervisor Fountain,
Here.
Treasurer Horning,
Here.
Clerk Chofiu, here. Trustee Germain, here. Trustee McMullen. Did we lose Trustee McMullen? Are you there?
She's muted.
Trustee O'Connell,
Here.
Trustee Petrucci.
Here.
And Summer, could you try one more time?
Here.
I don't think we can hear Summer for some reason.
Summer, you're not muted. I think it might be your microphone because you're showing as unmuted.
Is Andrew on the phone with us? Bob?
I believe he is.
Possible for Summer to call in on her cell phone and still be in time with the, keep your video up, but if you could call in, there's a number to this on the screen. Does anybody know what that number might be?
It's in the email directions.
Andrew,
Good
are you-
evening, Bill. I will. This is Andrew. I will send that to Summer directly right now.
Okay, we'll wait till she gets on board here. It's an important part of this, to be able to communicate. And Summer, it might be a little awkward. It might be delayed by a couple seconds. So we'll do our best to not go too fast.
Go.
Thank everybody for their patience this evening.
Hey, now we can see you, Joe.
Yeah. See ya.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Can see you and hear you.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, I was muted. If you tried to log off and log back on, do you think that might be worth trying?
Andrew and Bob, this is Matt Germain. On my screen, it's showing that Summer is listed as a co-host, a joint co-host. Does that have anything to do with it?
That would not, that was, because that was a test, we were testing that in the early stages and they got left on there. So that should not have anything to do with it.
Andrew, do you have any magic potion?
Is Summer under telephone?
Summer, I sent you the prompts to join via cell phone if you're available to do that. And I can walk you through that too on here if you need help. Basically, you'll call the 1415 number I sent you via email, and then it'll prompt you to enter the user, the meeting ID followed by the password.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Hey, Summer. Now it
Yeah.
sounds like we're on a spaceship.
Yeah, I hear that.
You need to mute your computer.
It looks like she's got
There
her
we go.
now on her computer.
There we go.
There we go.
Now, but you're muted now, so try to unmute and see what happens.
You can't hear me now?
Yes, we can,
Clear.
Okay.
but it still says you're muted. So we won't play with it. I think we're good.
Oh, well, I called in, so.
Oh, okay. All right. We're good. Okay, let's move on to, this is a virtual meeting and there's some new rules we have to follow. So going to have the clerk please go through everybody's name on the board, and you have to state your name, where you're physically located, the county, the city, the township or village that you're in, and the state. And this is a requirement because it has to be part of the minutes. So this isn't a township issue. This is a Open Meetings Act program. So Larry, if you could just go through everybody's name, and again, it'll be your name, your physical location, city, township, village, and the state. So it's not going to be all of those.
Supervisor Fountain?
My name is William Fountain. I am at 1469 Division in Heartland, Michigan, 48353.
Treasurer Horning?
Kathleen Horning, I'm at 1665 Heartland Woods Drive in Howell, Michigan, 48843.
I am Clerk Chopu. I am at 2655 Clark Road, the Heartland Township Hall, Michigan, 48353. Trustee Jermaine?
Good evening. This is Matthew Germain. I'm located at 3600 Bullard Road, Heartland, Michigan, 48353.
Trustee McMullen?
Summer McMullen, 4312 Lotterat Lane, Heartland, 48353.
Trustee O'Connell?
Oops. Oh, there it is. Denise O'Connell, 6049 Lake Road, Holly, Michigan, 48442.
And Trustee Petrucci?
This is Joe Petrucci. I'm at 2291 Archero Court, Howell, Michigan, 48855.
Thank you, everyone. Next on our agenda is approval of our agenda. Item number 4, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved, Kathy Horning.
Support, Jermaine.
I'll support it, Joe.
So a motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Trustee Germain. Any discussion?
Yes, I just have one item of clarification for the supervisor's appointments for the Planning Commission. The elected trustees' term runs to the end of their trustee term. So it's not Trustee McMullen would run to 11/20/2024, the end of her term. It's listed as 1/21 to 12/31/23, but that's incorrect for Trustee McMullen.
Treasurer Horning, do you still support that?
Yes, I do.
And Matthew Germain, you support the second? Any other discussion on the agenda? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. And I know we're all learning how to do this. Maybe if we all say aye, maybe you raise your hand when you're saying aye, then I could just take a chance around too. We'll work on this as a team. Thank you. Item number 5 is for the public. I believe Bob West and Mr. Fowler on board. Yes, he is. I think is that right, Bob? Mr. Fowler wanted to have something to call to the public.
Yes, Mr. Fowler and I had spoken earlier, and he wanted to address the board. Mr. Fowler, don't want to put words in your mouth. The floor is yours. All the public.
Thank you. I would like to address the board and bring some attention to Blaine Road. All of you don't know where Blaine Road is. It's south of M59, and the particular stretch we're looking at goes from 10401 Blaine Road south all the way to Lake Pines Drive, which is just shortly before it turns back into a dirt road. It is Heartland Shores Estates is the neighborhood, and then it also touches part of Pleasant Valley with the Long Pines Drive. Long story short, you have a full agenda. I won't bore you too long, but backstory is we have an illegal speed limit posted there at 25, and I'm looking for township support with getting Livingston County Road Commission to actually do a traffic control order and issue a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit for us based on vehicular access counts. It was been brought up that the speed limit is illegal posted, and it was brought up due to some traffic from trucks going down the road, and it was notified by state police that the speed limit is a illegally posted speed limit. So it's not something that we can really ignore anymore. Livingston County Road Commission was talking about moving forward with a engineering speed survey, which would post our speed limit at the 85th percentile of traffic driving on that road, and not keep us as a residential. It would be the 85th percentile. Downfall of that is once you do an engineering speed survey, you cannot change it unless you do another engineering speed survey. So I spoke with a lot of the residents around here, and based on the vehicular access counts and the House bill that passed in 2017, House Bill 4423, we qualify at a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit that we can post and legally enforce. And then I am going to work with newly elected Bob Azat and see if I can get some legislation changed to include platted neighborhoods back into the House bill and enable us to go back to the 25-mile-an-hour posted sign. That's kind of a rundown of what we're trying to do and what a lot of the residents are looking to do. I want to bring it up to the board and see if they can back this on this with Livingston County Road Commission and go the vehicular access way, which is a legal way through the House bill, instead of the engineering speed survey as something we'd be stuck with until another engineering speed survey can be done. It's been gone back since late August, early September. I've been working on this and trying to figure out the best route and the different avenues we could take. So there's a lot of backstory and a lot of names, but I won't bore you with that. I just want to bring to everybody's attention and see if we can get some backing from Heartland Township around this little section of Blaine Road.
Mr. Fowler, thank you very much. I will get with Manager West, and we have an admin meeting tomorrow. We'll bring this up as a topic, and then we will bring forward that information. I'll have Mr. West reach out to yourself with an update.
Fantastic. He has all my information. If anybody needs any clarification, I'm more than willing to share.
Thank you so much for your time this evening. Is there anybody else this evening that called to the public? The only faces I see are board members and Mr. West. So, Andrew, is there a way for somebody that if they want to do a call to the public? We have a couple users, which I don't know who they are. Do they have a way or a means to ask you that they have a call to the?
Supervisor Fountain, the other members on board are township employees and of course WHMI News. I believe the two call-in users are Andrew and then Summer as well. So I believe Mr. Fowler was the only member of the public. However, I don't want to speak on behalf of WHMI News. They'd like to address the board.
Okay, so if we accidentally miss somebody, we can make up to that later on, perhaps at the end of the meeting, if somebody was on here at this point. There's no issue with that with the board. I'd like to move on to item number 6, which is approval of our consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve our consent agenda.
I'll support.
So I had a motion by trustee Petrucci, second by trustee Germain. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 7 this evening, we have 3 resolutions. The first resolution we do every year, we set our regular meetings for the following year. So with that, I would entertain a motion in support, and we'll call for the resolution to our meeting schedule for 2021.
I'll move to approve the resolution to set the 2021 Heartland Board meeting schedule.
I'll
I'll
second.
support it.
I had a motion by Treasurer Horning, second by trustee O'Connell. Any discussion? Being none, I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee O'Connell,
Yes.
trustee Petrucci,
Yes.
treasurer Horning,
Yes,
Clerk Chovue, yes. Trustee Jermaine,
Yes.
trustee McMullen,
Yes.
Supervisor Fountain,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. The second resolution is fiscal year 22 sewer rates. Manager West and I reviewed these today. This is the seventh year of a rate study that goes back with a lot of work and effort done in the past. This whole study will be redone at this year as we go forward. Bob, is there anything you would like to add to this?
Yeah, thank you, Supervisor. Just want to kind of add that, as Supervisor Fountain said, this is, we're in the last year of our rate studies, so these were previously discussed and vetted. We're looking at approximately a 5.86% increase this year from the prior year. Partially due to the county, Livingston County Drain Commission setting the rates for our sewer system. The water rates are independent; those are through Heartland Township. We adjusted them to coincide with each other, and what you have again, just to reiterate, is the last or the final year of our existing rate study. Over the course of the next 12 months, we will certainly be revisiting this. Livingston County has met their targets for reserve and replacement, so we will be having discussions with them as well to move forward.
Thank you. Are there any questions from any board members for Manager West?
Yes, this is Jermaine. I have two. The first question is, it's for fiscal year 22. What would be the calendar dates that we're approving?
So the unique aspect is because the sewer system is through Livingston County Drain Commission, the rates go into effect January 1st and go through the calendar year. Because Heartland Township manages and operates the water system 100%, those follow the township fiscal year, which would be April 1st through the next April 1st or March 31st of 2022.
Okay, and Mr. Supervisor, my second question is also for manager, and that is, we're in the last year of the current rate study. I know that you and Susan and Kathy and others have been monitoring this over the course of this duration, and just in a simple answer, are we within the range that we anticipated at this time of the rate study?
The clean answer is yes, and in fact, I don't want to say we've exceeded projections, but we are well within the range, desirable range of where we wanted to be with our reserve and replacement funds. And that's a similar message that's been carried through from Livingston County Drain Commission. So it'll be interesting to see what the Genesee County rates, how those affect the Livingston County rates, and ultimately come to the Livingston Regional customers. As far as the water end of things, it is definitely, we are on track and everything has aligned as projected. If anything, we've exceeded some projections on connection count, which is only even more advantageous to the rate structure. So, yeah, that's the short answer.
Thank you. Any other questions? Being none, I'd entertain a motion and a support for the resolution.
I'll move to approve the resolution setting the rates for the sewer and water systems for fiscal year 2022.
I will support it.
I had a motion by Kathy Horny, second by Joe Petrucci. Any other discussion? Being none, I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee Jermaine,
Yes.
Supervisor Fountain,
Yes.
trustee O'Connell,
Yes.
treasurer Horning,
Yes,
trustee McMullen,
Yes.
clerk Chovue, yes, and trustee Petrucci.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Our third resolution this evening is to extend the temporary relaxation of outdoor uses through COVID, and this date goes through November 21st of 2021. It expired at the end of this year, and our recommendation is to extend it through the end of next November. If there's questions, try to answer them the best we can.
Supervisor Found, if I could jump in there briefly, just want to give a little bit more clarity. This would be for a business to apply for some outdoor seating or some sort of lift some restrictions that may previously limit their business. While this is the third time we're extending it, we didn't know basically how long the coronavirus pandemic would last. What we anticipate at this point in time is to basically extending this through the next summer season. This does not bypass any of the processes that they would have to go through with the planning commission. All this is doing is simply relaxing to help promote this.
And we did have a few businesses in the community take advantage of that, i.e. restaurants during this last year. So we just think this is a good thing to do as we go into 2021 and give everybody the best opportunity they can to succeed. If there's no other questions.
I have one change. In Exhibit A, the actual ordinance, in the very first paragraph purpose, the second to last line, it's got the date December 31st, 2020. That date should be November 1st, 2021.
Are you referring to the paragraph on Exhibit A?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Are you referring to the first paragraph on Exhibit A?
Yes.
Correct. It should be 11/30/2021.
I think it's 11/1/20. Yes, the extension date goes to November 1st, 2021.
Yeah, that needs to be changed.
I'll entertain a motion to that effect.
I'll move the resolution to adopt ordinance to temporarily suspend certain provisions of Heartland Township Ordinance Number 69, titled Special Event Permits, and to implement temporary permits for outdoor dining, sales, and displays through November 1st, 2021.
Support.
I'll support that.
Motion by trustee Jermaine and support by clerk Schofield. If there's no other questions at this point, I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Clerk Schofield, yes. Treasurer Horning?
Yes.
Trustee McMullen?
Yes.
Trustee Petrucci?
Yes.
Trustee O'Connell? I didn't get Trustee O'Connell?
Yes.
Supervisor Fountain?
Yes.
And Trustee Jermaine?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item number D on our agenda this evening is a water system supply well engineering. I'm going to turn this over to Manager West, but this has to do with our main pump plant and the tower and adding and preparing for an additional well that is going to be needed in the future. So Bob, you want to give anything above and beyond that?
Sure, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Essentially what's being proposed here this evening is there's basically 4 tasks to outline to install a new community well as part of the water system. A new community well was identified on the last water reliability study. This is independent of any future development that we need to proceed forward with increasing capacity in the system. This would be task 1 of 4, and this is basically the geological and hydrologic information, compiling that, meeting with the state of Michigan, and completing a preliminary adverse resource impact assessment. This is, again, a lot of homework before you install a new well. This is just, again, step 1. There is not necessarily any construction as part of this. It's just more or less the projection into the ground of what we're going to find. Wood Environmental has performed all of our work historically, as well as our for the water well systems, as well as our wellhead protection area. They are the most fluent with the state of Michigan representing our system, and I'm seeking approval to move forward with this as presented. The entire process, all 4 tasks to install a new well, if approved this evening, would still take over 12 months before we can drill a new well. So this is a very long process. This data is valuable whether we move forward with a well or not. So it's certainly not money wasted, and I'm recommending moving forward so we can take the process off.
Questions for Manager West? Being none, I'll entertain a motion.
This is Matt Jermaine. I will move a motion that we approve the change order with Wood for the development of a hydrogeological review and production well work plan in the amount not to exceed $8,200 as presented.
Support.
And a motion by Trustee Jermaine, second by Clerk Shofu. Why did I think that number was different than that? I must have looked at it under something else. Matt, can you tell me what page you were on that document? On the bottom right, did it have a page number?
82.
What was that?
82.
82?
It says the price on page 82 and 84.
Got it. Thank you so much. If there are no other questions, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. I think everybody said yes. Everybody said yes. Thank you. Motion carries. Next on our agenda is the Kids Loop at Settlers Park. Bob West.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. What we have here is the final feature of the Motor City Mountain Bike Association Complete Settlers Park Plan. I wanted to bring this in front of the township board because this will be the last kind of feature that they're presenting for approval. What they're proposing is essentially a 500-foot linear ring, if you will, for young children to kind of try the trail without going off into the woods. The previous discussion or concerns about it was the proximity to the existing playscape, and that playscape patrons may see that as a feature to play on. So they have decided, based on our recommendation and feedback, to relocate that further away from putting some significant distance in between the playscape and this proposed plan. But I certainly wanted to bring it in front of the board. There's no cost to the township for this. I wanted to thank the Motor City Mountain Bike Association for what they've done for Settlers Park. It's an honor to be able to host this path, and it's a great trail that has been well received by the public. So with that, I'm seeking approval of their final feature, the Kids Loop at Sellers Park.
Any questions from the board?
Yeah, I have a quick one. Is the playscape, is there a small pond right there to the south of the proposed site? Or is that just a low-lying area?
It was designed as an overflow basin. Quite frankly, it's empty. Probably 50 weeks out of the year, it's completely dry.
Okay,
The water that does sit in there is usually very minimal. Like you could still walk through it if you had mud boots on or something of that nature. Again, it was designed for overflow in the event that we had a 100-year storm. We built it to those specifications and for future park development. So it's a little oversized for what it is. We've never had an issue with water, actually standing water per se.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Being none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve the proposed Mountain Bike Kids Loop construction within Sunland Park.
Support?
A motion by Treasurer Corey, second by Clerk Joseph. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you very much. We'll go through our board reports this evening. We'll start with Trustee Germain.
I have no report.
Trustee McMullen. No report. Thank you. Trustee O'Connell.
No report.
Thank you. Trustee Petrucci. Joe, you're muted. Hey, Joe. I can't hear you. There you are. Nope. Nope.
Hello?
There you are, Joe.
Okay. Can I talk now or no?
Your time's up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that Trustee O'Connell knows that the Fire Authority meeting has been moved to this Thursday because of the holidays, if she's aware of that or not.
Yep.
So could you make sure, I don't know if she can hear me, but could you make sure that she is aware that the meeting is going to be changed to this Thursday?
Yep. She just gave you a thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Okay,
Yep.
you got it? All right.
I got it. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, you're right.
All
Very
right.
good.
7 o'clock in the
Sir.
winter, 7:30 in the summer.
Okay.
Thank you. Anything else, Joe?
No, that's all.
Thank you. Clerk Shofu?
No report.
Treasurer Horn?
Well, I spoke with Santa Claus today, and he said we are getting more letters at the township this year delivered to the North Pole through the township than we've ever gotten in any previous year. He's very excited to see all the letters from the Heartland kids.
That's awesome. I have nothing here this evening. I think, Bob, will just go into your report unless somebody else has anything this evening. We'll go into manager's report.
Yeah, I'll be brief. Budget process is well underway and we're progressing ahead of schedule. I just want to give everybody a heads up that in January, generally speaking, the work sessions revolve in reviewing the budget prior to our actual public notification and approval in the following month. So just want to kind of give you guys a heads up on that. That's coming down the pipeline. And then the final thing I wanted to let you know is I did hear back from Dr. Lou Bender today. There was an opportunity for our board retreat to occur earlier than anticipated. And while that's been a moving target due to potential shutdowns, as of right now, that pin is in January 22nd, which is a Friday. At this point in time, he's tentatively looking at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's feasible. He's trying to get his flights lined up, and this is kind of he's flying in for a couple communities, and there was a cancellation. So this is an opportunity to have it a little ahead of schedule. Stay tuned. Although the date will not vary, the time may vary by an hour or so. He said most likely it'll be 9 to 3 or 10 to 4, depending on when his flight comes in. I will send out more information once it's confirmed. Just want to give you guys an update on that.
Thank you. And I don't know if this would be too much of a task. I could probably do it myself, but everybody that was appointed to a board needs to get sworn in. Board of review has to be sworn in, I believe, within 10 days. Does Denise have to be sworn in or Summer as a board member to those positions? Larry, do you recall?
Yes, for the planning commission and the zoning board of appeals, yes. I don't know what the fire authority is.
Yes, the fire authority, she will be sworn in before the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to make sure that we get all the other candidates that were nice enough to take the time and apply. Make sure we reach out to them, Larry. If you need assistance with that, just let me know and we'll get a word out to them.
Yeah, the only ones that are critical are the board of review. They have to be within 10 days. The other ones, I just generally show up at the first meeting and swear them in before the first meeting of the planning commission or the ZBA.
Right.
So there's no need to come in and do that. So
I know that David Gregg, Misty Search, and Jeff Burrows, they were at the board review today. They're going to come in tomorrow to get sworn in. Just FYI. John Literal, he's a new alternate. He might not know that he has to get sworn in.
okay, I will get a hold of them.
Thank you so much. If there's nothing else this evening.
I do have something else. I think we should mention that our assessing department got a perfect score from the state of Michigan again.
Yeah, that was very nice. And he was actually, I believe on WHMI had a nice article on him today. So congratulations to our assessing team.
Absolutely.
And just a quick note, that's 2 in a row for us. To hit 1 home run is very unique. To hit 2 in a row, that's phenomenal. This team did a great job on that. Kudos to them.
Right.
I believe the previous one, we were only 3 out of 1,500. So that's a good job for Jim. If there's nothing else, everybody stay safe. But just for those listening at home, if anybody is, would you please, Larry, let everybody know office hours of the township hall, or Kathy or Bob, through the rest of the
Yes, just a quick update. Township Hall is open to the public by appointment only. We do have drop boxes available. You can call anytime, email certainly as well. Staff is working primarily. The majority of them are remote, although we do have the actual physical office staffed on a daily basis. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are here for you.
When we come back from the Christmas break, treasurer's office will be open. You don't have to have an appointment to pay your taxes. We will be in the lobby from the 28th to the 31st collecting payments right there, so people can just walk in after Christmas.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody have a safe and happy Christmas.
same with you.
Yes.
All right. Everybody take care. Thank you. Oh, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by trustee Petrucci, second by clerk Schofield. All in favor, say aye.
Hi,
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, everybody take care.
good night.
Good night.
Good night.